It's been my birthday. I guess it was fun. But just fucking sucks, man. I've been cruising, driving. Well, it's now technically it's no longer my birthday. It's at the 18th now. It's like 37 past midnight. I've just been like crying my ass off on the way to this place. Well, the reason is 5 months ago I thought I'd be going to this place for a different reason, doing a different thing, doing something else, something. I had completely different plans, which were, well, I don't know, to be honest. So, oh, fuck, this sucks ass. I've been in the dark, off the grid for a while. Haven't talked to anyone. My parents, I haven't talked to them in months. It's just been harsh. So I came here to this place where I was, a couple months back. I thought, yeah, I'd be here, here I'd really celebrate my birthday with someone I love, and it would be probably the best celebration I've had ever. Instead, I came here to grieve. So this spot right here, it's where I first met her in real life. So it was here. She walked across the street, and then she came in, opened the door. Now, yeah, and then we drove this way, and I was basically guessing her name, like, yeah, this exact moment right here. She was like, yeah, so, yeah, I never got your name. But, and then, like, yeah, I guessed it right from the clue, whatever little clue she gave me. And then she was guiding me. I was like, joking around as usual, foolish me. I like to fuck around in jokes and memes. But yeah, she got me. She's like, yeah, don't go this way, go that way. So I go that way. I'll show you that place where I basically gradually started to get more emotionally invested, or however you want to call it. Well, I arrived in this place. Don't know why I'm here, to be honest. I just fucking sucks, man. This place is the place where I first met her. And it's also the place where we last hung out. Simple place. It's just this road It goes all the way there. And we talked for hours here, actually. We talked a lot. We'd walk around, talk about all kinds of stuff. The weather sucks. That's one thing that was different. Other than the weather, even using the same clothes I wore when I met her first. It's all like deja vu. It's the exact same, apart from the weather. We won't be able to walk all the way there. The weather's just shit. It's not gonna help. Well, we walked quite a bit. Talk a lot. All kinds of stuff. Easier times, I guess. That time I just finished my fall 2019 semester. Yeah. Just need a moment to absorb this. Here's another place. Oh, this place. This specific spot. It's actually overlooking a beach. So there's like a beach out there, but it's night. And there's a lot of families there. I would have gone there, but I'll explain what's so significant about that exact point. But where I'm standing right now, this specific, as cringy or cheesy that might sound, it's the exact place where I confessed my love for her. I know, cheesy, cringy. Well, that's when it started to get serious, if you want to say. One of the parts, I guess. Yeah, this specific place. It's more crowded now, even though it's Corona. And people I don't know why are people out here chilling without masks or anything. Of course, I mean, it's the weather's shit, but it's humid. Weather isn't really a beach weather. I don't know why are people out here, but yeah, this spot, I would have gone to that specific place, so that's occupied by a family, but that specific place is where we used to sit and talk. But alternatively, I can just use the neighboring bench next to, not far from them, it's the next bench, which is right there. I'll explain what's the significance of, well, a bench that overlooks this specific beach. I mean, there's a family on my left, so can't really go there and be exactly to the point. Anyways, there were other different kinds of benches out here, but for some reason they're gone. It's dark here, so I don't know if it's visible. I'm not, so this is where we used to sit down and talk when the weather was much better. It also happens to be okay, 5 months ago about 5 months ago, we were talking about birthday plans, right? She was talking to me about how we're gonna spend her birthday and my birthday. In this specific spot, she was talking about that. Well, my birthday didn't turn out to be exactly as planned, though we did kind of celebrate hers. It's kind of sad. Well, she was lucky to be born earlier. An earlier month, I mean. Made it to hers. If only I can celebrate it with someone I love. 5 months ago, we were literally just talking about, like, as if, like, take it for granted, right? In July, yeah, when that comes in, like, almost surely it's gonna come, yeah, it's gonna happen, nothing's gonna stop that plan from happening. And yeah, so I don't know, I thought we would be here, we'd talk, we'd chill, but none of that was happening, right? Fuck this, I'm gonna go back to the car. The family's around me. We'd walk around holding hands. This is one more place, but it's barred or barricaded. It's a playground, and I believe it's barricaded for coronavirus. This place, the slides. We once entered. We were talking about our siblings, just progressing in life and growing up. Specifically, she was mentioning, she has a little brother who's a brilliant kid, and how we should try to unlock our potentials, going outside, traveling, getting education, that kind of stuff. I appreciate it when people feel comfortable talking to me about that kind of stuff. And I still remember some of the finer details, even though they're months ago. Yeah, this birthday isn't exactly turning out the way I planned. I just wish. I'm gonna go back to the car. It's fucking humid. Can't stand the weather. Even if I was with her, I'm gonna tell her, like, holy shit, the weather is so bad. I'd rather stay in the car. There's AC in there. I also remember in this playground, there's a cat that we played with, and also have a couple of videos from that time. That was fun. We'd hold hands, we'd run around, and sometimes when she's cold, I try to wrap my arms around her. Simpler times. Simpler times. Fuck, man. I haven't talked to anyone this birthday. I haven't talked to anyone Such a fucking lonely. I mean, I know Asma tried. She's like the only one who's in the house who was within my reach. I know she's most of the time she's like just busy. I can't blame her. She's got a life, you know. But definitely, this birthday didn't turn out to be the birthday that I planned 5 months ago. I cried so much. I feel like I fucking ran out of tears. Whatever. Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm gonna stop. I just remember, like, in this place where I'm parking right now, I we used to chill a lot in this spot, like in the car. I'm not gonna show you the parking spots exactly, but we used to chill a lot. Like, we'd sit here, sometimes for hours. There's also a place where I confessed my love for her. That place was also had like a bunch of poppets, like طرطيع بالعربي, like in Arabic. We had a bunch of those poppets, like those popper thing fireworks that you just like throw on the ground and just, makes a popping sound. I had those saved for, I don't know, a special event. I've had them saved for like a year. It's because they don't sell these anymore. I had them in my drawer. I thought I'd use them with her because, I thought she was the one, or a special person, right? Yeah. This parking spot, I don't know. This place holds some sentimental value. So, yeah. This place, it's quite far away and isolated. It's peaceful. Now there are people here, so now there are people here. Just it's crowded, so even if it was my birthday and we were together, I wouldn't be really comfortable in this specific place. There are a lot of people, so it's Friday as well, so Friday nights are not exactly. People are out and everything, out and about, and it's coronavirus. I don't know why are people out at this time when there's a whole pandemic. People should, at least wear a mask or stay home. Looking at how people are going out without a mask, especially, I went to the Pearl earlier, and it's pretty much everyone doesn't have a mask. Not everyone, but I'm just saying, like, there's quite a lot of people, like a big sample. Yeah, there's gonna 100%, almost 100% is gonna be an eventual sort of a second peak. Don't know how far it goes or how long is it gonna be, but soon enough you'll see it. I digress. This place still holds a sentimental value. Don't know if I want to come back here ever again, because every time I come here, it's painful, right? It holds a lot of meaning. It's an important place for me. But thankfully, I live far from here. Like, I reside somewhere completely far, and this specific place it's not even on my way to anywhere. It's way out of my operating zone, if you will. I wouldn't come anywhere close to it on a normal day. You would really be willing to go into this specific spot, but you're not gonna pass by it. You're not gonna go through it or anything. So it's a far isolated place. It has its charms, or I guess for me, it had its charms back when things were all, things were all peachy. but now it's just not the same. Now it's just painful to be here. It's fucking painful. I put down the AC since I cooled down just enough. The weather is so bad. I just wish my birthday turned out a bit different, you know? A lot more celebration, more loved people, love all around. It's turned out to be just isolation, loneliness, pain, grief. I've been trying to distract myself for a while. Haven't had a real talk on vlog for a while, so I guess this might be the time for me to do it. Yeah, the past 2 months have been quite rough. Been trying to distract myself. I'm usually quite productive, you know. I get stuff done. Focus on myself, you know, gym and working out and making sure, you know, my work, my career is on point. My physique, my mental being is on point. That's like normally, like, you know, I know myself. I that's what I normally do, right? I make sure I do productive things. I'd game, of course. Like, I mean, I'm always a gamer, right? I love to game. I can even sometimes, I'd game for like hours and hours and hours on end, non-stop. I mean, I do that. You know, there's more to life than gaming, and you know, I like to do other things as well, hobbies and whatnot. Talking to people, trying to maintain my sanity. That's what I usually do when things are alright. When nothing's wrong. That's how I'd normally be like, you know, productive, doing well for myself. That's what I actually feel like. I have something to live for. Like, I have something to live for, right? Well, in that case, it was. I know it's unwise for some people. Like, they'll say it's unwise. You shouldn't think about it that way. You should change your perspective, whatever. And I was like, yep. She's like, her and us is like, that's what I'm gonna live for. And truth be told, that really did motivate me and push me to my maximum, right? I worked hard. I tried to work hard to try to like fulfill that vision. You know, when you have that kind of target, that vision, that's it. You'll be motivated. You're cool. You're good. You know, everything's good, right? Yeah. Things were good for a while. When you had that vision, you had that goal, you had that thing to strive for. You had something to live for, right? But when that's gone, when that just went, I mean, it was tough. Or it still is tough, right? I'm no longer like I'm not as productive now as I have been in the past, like, few months ago, basically, if you compare it, like, comparatively speaking. Yeah, I haven't been as productive. Um, I still tried to, uh, do bits, I guess. Even though I still couldn't do shit, man. Still couldn't do shit. Oh, I tried, though. I fucking tried. It was horrible. Painful. Every day, every single day, till now, I have to go through this shit. It's fucking phase, man. I know people say it'll pass, right? Of course. It's just a matter of how long is it gonna take. This one's gonna take a while. This one inflicted quite the damage. That shit wreaked havoc my whole system. And yes, truth be told, there were suicide thoughts. Wasn't as bad as 2017, but thoughts nonetheless. So nothing really bottled up, like the way I did back then. But still, it was bad. It hurts. When someone you appreciate and you value suddenly disappears from your life, it's quite damaging. I know some people are gonna tell you, yeah, it's okay, you're gonna get over it. Yes, go fuck bitches, right? Go get a prostitute, get a hooker, and you'll forget all about her. Really? If that's how shallow you are, man, I'm not gonna listen to you for advice about this shit. It's quite fucking shallow. I've seen her for more than that. More than just abstract physical, or whatever. And to be frank, I did try to be the best boyfriend or partner person can ever have. I tried. I genuinely I tried to help her out whatever tried to help her out in whatever capacity, and I tried to help her out. I tried to foster a healthy relationship. I tried to let her be her own person, develop her own thing, her own career. That's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted. That's the kind of partner I wanted to be. I didn't want to be the kind of partner that limits her personal development. That's not what I wanted to be. I wanted her to do whatever she wanted. She didn't have to depend on me or leech on me or whatever. I didn't want her to be that. I wanted to be more than just what this. I don't know. There's this kind of society where I'm not gonna specify which one, but where women are like parasites and are less than men, and their jobs are just to be pleasing their husbands or whatever. That's not the kind of partnership or relationship that I wanted to go for. No. I wanted it to be more than that. I tried. Honestly, I tried being the most supportive, the person that complements her personality and her personal, like, herself. I tried to improve her self-image, her confidence, her personality, like her own, like, I wanted to make sure she felt good about herself. Because I understand some people can be self-deprecating, and it's okay when you do it in a humorous sense, but it's not okay if you're actually seriously self-deprecating or you have a reduced bad self-image, right? I tried to address that in many ways. And frankly, I was more than willing to accept her for who she is, right? Even if she still was self-deprecating, I still genuinely saw her as a perfect being. regardless of what other people would think about her having flaws, I still saw her as, in my eyes, and honestly, I've seen her and I've told her that. Again, to compliment her and an actual opinion of mine. Anyways, what opinion on what? Like, just her person, her own person. I tried. There's nothing much I can do about it. This isn't fair, right? It's you try, and you've genuinely tried to be as faithful, and no matter how hard I tried, in the months of work I've tried to put in, try to make whatever I envisioned for us a reality. For it to be all for naught. That's the most painful part. That's, yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Haven't really talked to anyone about this in depth. I mean, some close friends just know briefly what's going on. Really don't know how I've been feeling. I mean, I guess part of the blame is on me. I guess I'm not really communicating, but even though I guess they're willing to help, they wouldn't really understand. No one would understand how much I really appreciated the person. No one will understand how much I did. Like, yeah, well, she carried quite the significance, right? Every time I can't help but remember stuff. Past 2 months, as I said, let me backtrack a bit. The past 2 months have been quite rough, right? Been off the grid, off social media. I didn't want to get into any social media was enough pressure or whatever. I didn't want to get too busy with my phone or whatever. I wasn't really paying attention to messages, whatever's going on in social media. And honestly, I understand I'm a meme lord, but there was a time in which I just had to, like, this shit going on in real life. Memes is just doesn't mean much to me, right? It was fun, but it still hurts. Real life hurts so fucking much that I had to try to find other ways to cope with whatever I've been through. So I turned to gaming. I played Red Dead Redemption 2 and Far Cry 5. Bit of Borderlands, bit of Counter-Strike. Oh, a lot of Counter-Strike. Oh, Counter-Strike has been, like, a game I've played for, like, 14 years now, so yeah, I've played quite a bit of Counter-Strike as usual. But Red Dead Redemption 2, Far Cry 5, Borderlands. And I've done all that with the goal of distracting myself, trying to be immersed in a whole different environment, a whole different world, where I don't have to feel this fucking pain that I'm feeling right now. While it was successful temporarily, you get immersed and you get distracted, right? I wouldn't really check my phone or check social media. I've been off, right? I don't really pay attention to any of these things. It works to an extent. It only fails when you start remembering everything. You get pulled back to reality all of a sudden. Just get pulled back, and I just can't help it, right? I'd play a game of Red Dead Redemption 2, and everything's just all good, it's all nice. Then suddenly you just start getting flashbacks, start remembering things. The good old times. Yeah. I then quit the game and just start crying. This has been going on even earlier this week. It has been daily for about 35 days, 36 days in a row, in which I just have to cry for hours before I be able to sleep. And then on July 5th, 6th, something like that, I actually slept without crying. And then I cried the next day. It's fucking hilarious. It's a fucking shitty cycle. So, it's been tough. Let me continue this in another video. Wait. Okay. So, as I was saying, yeah, it's been tough. I tried distracting myself. That's again, the productivity level was 0. It was null. It's nothing. Nada. It's just nothing. I haven't really done anything productive. I wish I could have worked out more, or done more work. I've done, I don't know, engaged in more hobbies, and no. I ate a lot more, stress eating. Probably gained a fuck ton of weight. Became fat. Yep. Oh, well, I'm always a fat fuck, so it's okay. Whatever. And plus I love food. Can't blame me. But I gained weight. Didn't produce much. Cried a lot. Mental health is in shambles. At least I've renovated my website. Yay. That was not much, I guess. I could have done that in a couple of days. I don't know. I just finished a couple of games. I mean, they were on my checklist for a while. Far Cry 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 were on my checklist for a while, and I finally got to tick them. They've been there for a couple of months now. So I finally got the time to tick those boxes. Again, that's not exactly productivity. I mean, that's sure. I mean, those are things I wanted to definitely play. I'll do that. Yeah, I want to play that. I have that in my library. I should just definitely try that out. It didn't help because my productivity was 0, and it just only was temporarily numbing the pain. I'd be in the middle of a game. I'll just again pause and just remember everything, and I'll just start crying. It doesn't last forever. The immersiveness thing is just an illusion. It's just something, you're in a world or whatever. But then real life will hit you eventually. No matter how many hours you put into the game, you'll still have to snap out of it. Don't know who am I making this video about. Guess my future self can look at this and see how much of a simp I am. Yes, laugh at me. Just when you lose a person you love, things like this, I guess, are normal. Man, it sucks. It sucks. Can't do anything. Just have to wait for it to pass, no matter how long that takes. Again, I dwell on the same shit for hours. I would dwell on the same shit for hours. I would still feel like absolute trash because of whatever happened. It's not my fault. It's unfair. She left me out of nowhere. I was just minding my own business, playing Witcher 3 on Skellige. I was just, going into one of those caves, and I was chilling, and then I got that message. Goodbye. Blocked. That was actually not exactly the first one. That was one part, and then the other one, May 28th, 2:45 a.m. I think. I was asleep. I woke up to a bunch of vibrations, zzz, 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 and then I just opened up the phone. There's a bunch of messages. Read them and goodbye. That's the gist. That's the whole. That's the gist of it. So a bunch of generic texts about breakup or whatever. Yep, didn't have a chance to say anything. Just bye. And nope, she's gone. She is gone, and she never talked to me again. Well, she blocked me, so can't do much about that. I don't have anywhere to talk to her. I mean, I want to, but there's no point, I guess. She'll refuse, or it's just gonna be a pain everywhere. And then I'll have to, I'll just dwell on that part for a while. I'll be like, oh, fuck, yeah. I'll go back to that message. I'll open it up again. Absorb it, reabsorb it, relive the pain. And do it again. Recycle that. Feel the pain? Good. Read it again. You feel the pain? It hurts, right? Okay. Now scroll up and look at the other older messages and start feeling more pain. That's how it felt. That's what it was like. Managed to screw. Oh, fuck this. Okay. What I ended up doing is I scrolled up all the way to the very beginning of our chats. How things started to develop. And it's a long chat. It's not exactly short. So it took me quite a few hours for me to do that. I just looked how things developed and how we suddenly fell, in love, and how things were. And it's painful, because now I'm in this shitty position. I wouldn't wish anyone to go through this. I wouldn't wish anyone to go through it. It sucks. It sucks. Yeah. Nothing I can do about it. Oh, fuck. What am I doing? I'm just... Just remember those good old days, right? When we were standing there and, we were we were talking, and it's all fun, right? When you live those days, you feel like, yes, you take it for granted. Like, yep, she'll never go. She'll always be there, right? You guys talk about some future, as if that's always gonna happen. That's guaranteed, right? It's not guaranteed, but like, yeah, it's okay. Yes, you plan for it, and then you think everything is gonna go well, more or less according to plan. More or less speaking in the grand scale of things. Maybe things are gonna change here and there, but you have an ultimate goal or whatever, and you just try to achieve that. And yeah, ain't exactly gonna end up to plan. Nah. Then you realize that whatever we talked about earlier is all bullshit, because it never happened. Here we are. It's my birthday. I'm 23 now. I know it's been people. Oh yeah, still young. You're still young. You have a whole life ahead of you. Yeah, okay. One thing she said in that message. I'm pretty sure you'll meet a lot of people. Right. Say that to a third culture kid who almost exclusively speaks English, but I can speak Arabic, of course, as a main language, in an Arabic country from an Arabic family, who lives in the Arab world, in the Khalij to be specific, right? Someone whose interests are not exactly in line with what with an average dude around this kind of region, like this region, like the kind of stuff you'd see them and be interested in, right? It's one of those very niche dudes, very the black sheep, the guy who's complete non-conforming to many of the societal principles, values, whatever. So, like, for example, I'm agnostic. I'm not exactly a believer or practicing Muslim. I'm not, right? So, and you meet that kind of person, and you click with them, and it's pretty much a perfect match in terms of, like, principles, language. You have no language barriers, very very similar principles, or like personal values. It's trust me. You say like there's a whole lot of people out there. You'll find a unicorn where you'll least expect, but still, being realistic here, it's not, the sample size ain't that great. Trust me, it ain't. Trust me, I'm not exactly. When you yourself are a black sheep, living in somewhere where people are just very different, like very different. You don't really click with them, right? You don't really click with them. You're just like your own. You have your own thing. Yeah, that's me. I'm always that dude who's always like just the odd guy. And in class or whatever, I'm always seen as the clown or that fat funny dude or the meme guy or whatever. Like that's what I'm seen as, right? They don't see me as like boyfriend material or whatever. No one really sees me that way. So yeah, trust me, it's not like. I believe like you can still find people out there. It's just that when you say that, like, you really don't understand how fucking hard it is for me. Maybe it's some dude who's like, I don't know, gets along with everyone and like living in their natural habitat where like everyone is about the same or whatever. To each their own circumstances, I guess. Still, as a black sheep, it was completely fucking odd. In a country where like people would judge me, I'm an outcast to many. It's not that easy. The odds are against me, so it fucking sucks. It's not like, if it's easy, you find someone else. Maybe I will. It's just you don't say that because really, like, the odds are against me. It's not like I'm living in a place where I can pick up anyone. Like if that was the case, I would have found a person ages ago. That's my first case, and it's 20. I'm at the age of 23 now. that late in life, I mean, it's not late, but that late in your, like, adulthood, you just entered adulthood and you've never had any experience or whatever with anyone. Yep, that's my first case, like my first kind of real thing going on was that. It's, trust me, it's not that easy. It's not. It's, if anything, it's fucking hard. I just wish. I just wish she never just disappeared like that. I mean, her reasons are understandable yet confusing as fuck, because the problem is, the reason why she left me anyways is not because I did anything wrong. I was faithful, I was literally just doing my own thing, and I wasn't doing anything wrong. I didn't wrong her. I tried to be the best boyfriend I can be. It's her. She, let's just say, she was no longer. You can say no longer. Okay, just say no longer interested in me. Not because she was not because she was cheating or anything like that, but just say no longer interested in me, and just left. And I had no fucking clue what the fuck was going on. Really, dude? Like, what changed? What the fuck changed? I don't know. Honestly, until now, I don't know. She just left me. Basically, the whole thing was just like she just changed. She's no longer attracted to me, or she's not interested in me. Like, yeah, whatever. No, bye. Just left. Blocked, completely removed from my life. Not really removed, by the way. I have all kinds of like memories and things I'm trying to hold on to, things I cherish. But instead, I'll just put these in a pain folder or a pain archive. I have a pain archive, which is basically where I store all the things I'd rather forget, but I can't. I just can't forget this kind of stuff. So I just chuck them in my pain folder. I also have a final will and testament there, so that's a painful thing too. You don't want to think about it, right? You don't actively think about your final will and testament. But I do have a pain archive that contains that. It has several drafts from that, and a suicide note, and a couple other things. So, really, the biggest, like 99% of the pain archive now has something related to her. So, yeah, she definitely does play a big part. She's. This is fucking painful. Yeah, I'm not gonna be the kind of guy to do it, but like, I'm gonna sit here and just channel depression and start crying and just like start dramatically crying. Look, I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm gonna cry off camera, but I don't think I want to do this anymore. I ran out of things to say, so I'll drive back home. It's not gonna be that easy, to be honest, because the route I had to take here, it's like every time I drive, I mean, not every time, yeah, every time I drive here, it has always been like, to see her, right? Oh yeah, I'm excited to see her. I'm gonna pay her a visit. Yeah, and now this time when I drove here, it was just to grieve, right? So, pretty much the whole time I was just fucking crying. So, yeah, going back probably isn't gonna be as hard, but still, I'd usually be pretty happy and content when I go back home taking that route. It's a 40-minute drive, 40-ish minutes. 36 minutes if I was going really fast. But I'd be content, I'd be happy. I'd normally be like, yeah, I'm glad to have seen her, spent time with her. This time it's my birthday, and it's supposed to be, happy days, right? Yay, it's a very nice birthday. Spend time with the people you love, spend time with her, just like we planned 5 months ago, right? We were talking about it at this exact spot, like 100 meters behind me. We're talking about, right? Yeah, we're gonna 100% gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Yes, it's gonna be an amazing birthday. It sucks that I've only made it to hers, but she didn't make it to mine. I always keep thinking about that. It really gets me. It really gets me how fucking unlucky I am. You can't delay the inevitable, to be honest. It's fucking. If really she changed that she's no longer interested in me, my hands are tied. I wish. I mean, I wish she was interested in me, but you can't force them. You can't force them. You can't force that. I mean, I wouldn't want to force anyone to like me. I wish, though. I wish in an ideal world that she appreciates me or, is suddenly interested in me. That'd be cool, but can't do anything about it. And I know I probably have to just bury her and be like, yep, she's gone forever. But I can't. I can't do that. I can't. I'm like really stuck with this shit. I'm still going through this shit now. I'm still going through it every day. Every fucking day. It hurts, man. I can't do that. I haven't reached that point in recovery. It's not like I'm still grieving. I'm still want to hang on to her. Hang on to that little fucking, I don't know, wishful thinking. Be like, oh yes, what if she suddenly appears out of thin air and like, I don't know, she wants me back and like, yay, it's all good, right? As if that's not gonna happen. Fucking bullshit, man. But I still have to cling. I don't know. I just happen to cling on that. Whatever. Still have to cling on that. Haha, Star Trek. Still. I'm done with this. Future me or whoever the fuck is watching. This is what it's like to go through a breakup. It ain't nice. It still sucks for me. It's been months. It's been months and it's still just as painful as it was on day one. So yeah, time to go back home and hopefully it's not gonna be as painful as it was on the outbound route, and now I'm gonna go back inbound, so let's hope that's not gonna be as painful as it is. I'll just fucking try to go now. Bye.